Hey guys, what's up? Joker here. I want to talk about, the big news that happened. First of all, Happy New Year in Square Enix. They had a funny way of welcoming you to the new year. I think it's out there for everybody to see. This letter from the president of Square Enix talking about NFTs coming into you know, some of their games and stuff like that, and using blockchain and stuff like that. And, obviously I wanted to talk about it. It's an interesting issue. I've said this a lot in the past. Square Enix always finds a way to fuck themselves. Um, and here it is, right here, for everyone to see. They're fucking themselves right in the ass. Final Fantasy 14 has been doing so well. They're doing Guardians of the Galaxy was a good game. They're starting to look like they're going in the right direction, and then they just do this. They just step on the rake and do something that literally nobody was asking for. Um, Now let me go on the wide view because I think that will help. NFTs is a concept. I don't need any crypto bro to explain it. I already know what it is. I like NFTs as a concept, from a perspective of an artist, a small artist especially, who's just trying to get their art out there and trying to get paid for it. This is a good way to get securely paid, get paid fast, and get your work noticed. I get it from that perspective. NFTs in video games is a stupid concept. This is just microtransactions. This is literally all they're doing. You're seeing all this hype about regulation, about microtransactions and stuff like that. They're trying to find out, well, we need to keep our bottom line where it is or even higher. And how do we do this with this new regulatory pressure? And it's as simple as, whoa, NFT, whoa, blew up in 2021. This dude talks about it here in his live letter. The 2021, the metaverse was a hot topic in 2021. Inspiring conversation and crap like that. Facebook changing the name to Meta. Honestly, I think Mark Zuckerberg is to blame for this whole metaverse crap, and it's whatever. You know, I'm a type of, I've said this before. I'm an accounting major. I'm a business guy, so I watch CNBC. All the boomers on CNBC, they can't shut up about this metaverse crap, and it is and NFTs and crypto and stuff like that. I feel like what we're witnessing right now is this, the dot-com era collapse in the late 90s, early 2000s. The crypto people trying to get in at Bitcoin in 2010, Ethereum in 2016, Solana 2 years ago. They're trying to hit the next big thing and make a crap load of money. It's fine. But you gotta realize, everybody is seeing this, and crypto has made a ton of millionaires and stuff like that. So everyone, companies, random people, your mom, they're all trying to make this NFT. Everyone has their own altcoin or crap like that, and they're all just trying to pump it and dump it so that they make money and everyone else loses it. I just want to go back to what I said before. NFTs, the board yacht club, actually high quality stuff. That is good. The low quality crap, like what Square Enix is trying to sell you, what EA is trying to sell you, or all these video game companies are trying to sell you, that is the low bar garbage that doesn't need to be in this space. They're just trying to rake in their money and not give a shit about everyone else losing their money. Because from what I understand about these NFTs that video game companies are trying to do, is there's no real like marketplace. It's something that's really just controlled by the company. So there's not really it's just not there. It's just some crap they're trying to make. And I remember reading about for Stalker 2, they were trying to have this NFT stuff in their game, and people immediately had a backlash to it, and they took it out. I hope, honestly, that's what happens. There's the big backlash. I'm not logged in on Twitter, but you know, it, it's all negative. I mean, it's literally all negative. Square Enix president saying they're going all in on NFTs in the same month. The most successful game of all time is backed up in 20K queues, and it's the wholesales due to hardware shortage caused by NFTs. It's just like, I don't think that's really the case. There's a real supply chain shortage going on in the world, and this Reddit thread, nobody's liking this, and it's just so weird. Like, Square Enix is just a weird ass company to where they it seems like they're going in the right direction and then they just swerve off a cliff somewhere. They can't be like Capcom where they go in a straight line. They're like, oh, this shit works. Okay, let me just keep going here and let's not go off this way. And the NF look, uh, this is the I don't even know what to say about this, but like the metaverse in general. I mean, what is the metaverse? You could ask like 500 different people and you'll get like 500 different answers, because literally there's like 500 different answers on like what this is. Is it Roblox? Is it VR? Is it VR? Is it like going into VR chat? It's like some of the things people are describing is like stuff that's already happened. Like I was like talking with my brother about this. I'm like, VR chat already exists. Isn't that technically the metaverse? In quotes. It's like what people are talking about. I mean, it's not Ready Player One where I'm, dropping the goggles and I'm like blown into the world and I'm like physically like moving around and stuff like that. But what people are describing with like Roblox, that's how people are describing the metaverse. I'm like, really? That's the bar Roblox? And like Roblox kind of does this NFT stuff. I watched a YouTube video about it recently, and they have like the store. It's kind of like CS:GO skins, where it's like people bid it up and stuff like that. There's no real set price behind it. It's just a price that people arbitrarily put onto it. It's kind of like the Final Fantasy market board. It's like the WoW market board and stuff like that. It's like this stuff doesn't have any tertiary value, but neither does the dollar. But it's either near there, neither here nor there. I mean, like I can't speak. Um, but yeah. I mean, I've looked all over the internet. There's no reaction to this that was positive, and to be honest, I don't know if they're going to continue with it because I don't think Ubisoft. A lot of people have backlash to them talking about this too. I think they backed off. Putting NFTs in their game. It's so weird, and like I think this is just a prime example of the executive leadership of Square Enix being like just dumb and full of people who are just devoid of anything. Like and that Yoshi P and his team are really the only talent, really the only voice of reason at Square Enix. It's like they're making Final Fantasy 16 because they're the only competent team there. I mean, that's not the shit talk. The team that made Bravely Default because they did a good job, but I don't think that was Square Enix proper. That was like an outside developer. Um, that's not to shit on Eidos Montreal as a team. I really enjoy all their games. I wish Deus Ex Mankind Divided like they would make a sequel to that, but Guardians was a cool experience. I mean, it's just and it's just the leadership there is just horrible at the very very top in this executive branch. It's just horrible. Like we can get into a philosophical question about or is crypto the future. I think crypto is something that is here to stay. I think it's something that is important. There's a lot of practical use to crypto, especially like Solana and Ethereum, which can be used, authenticate transactions, lots of them and way quicker. Bitcoin is, from what I've read, more of like a gold asset, or it's like that you don't do transactions on the block Bitcoin, network because they can't, one, it doesn't do that much, and then two, it's like a lot of gas consumption and stuff like that. So I think as a hedge against inflation, you're going to talk business. I think crypto is a good asset to hold there. This isn't like financial advice. This is just an opinion. I feel like gold is still a thing. I think the dollar is a thing. NFTs, like what Square Enix is pumping out, is not a thing. NFTs that are meant to be art, and that is a thing because it's like art. I mean, it like think think about it like any picture. I mean, portrait you buy. You can give like the Last Supper. I have one in my parents' house. They have one. There's like millions of those that are printed, so those are not worth that much. But the real Last Supper that was painted, that is worth a lot because there's only one of those, the real one, you know. Um, and it's like this for the NFTs. There's only one of these NFTs. You know, you have your special one that's verified on whatever Solana or Ethereum. It's verified. It's there. You can see it on the blockchain and stuff like that, and it's there. But honestly, I feel like this NFT craze that is going on, it is reminiscent of the dot-com bubble. It is kind of like people just trying to get on the bandwagon, hop on the train before it's too late, because they all saw with Bitcoin. It was 25 cents in 2020, guys. I mean, 2010. It was 25 cents. It is now like 50,000 something. That's where it like hovers. 11 years later. If you put $1,000 into there, you would have like, well, at its peak at like 60,000, you would have had 268 million. I did the calculation. That's how I did it. And I'm not doing it off the top of my head. Um, that's what people are trying to hit because they think it's, you know, easy money. And to these companies, you know, the people who are, you know, the reason why we have all these microtransactions in games, it's easy money. They're gonna make a ton of it. Um, Now you can also get into the point where it's like it's debatable if it's like, well, if it's earned or if you have to pay for it. And in the end, it's just a thing you don't need. You need to nip it in the bud, like we should have done with microtransactions in the first place in the video game industry, because at the end of the day, these companies' bottom lines, I mean, they're fine without this. I mean, honestly, if I had to choose, I would take microtransactions over NFTs because it's kind of the devil you know type thing. I'd rather live with microtransactions, and I think companies, I mean, you know, we're put in a position where it's like, ooh, maybe we need to back off that, but we still need to make up for that money we lost. So let's dump this NFT garbage in there, and nobody's liked it. I mean, you can look on Reddit, you can look on Twitter, you can look in a cave. You'll find the same answer. Nobody liked that. Everyone disliked that, and I think that's just the straight answer. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. You know, if you like the video, leave a like. Really helps out. Subscribe. Really helps out. And yeah, take care. See you later. Bye.